Some of the world's greatest cities no longer exist, or so we thought. All of the cities on this list used to be thriving and important cities, but now they're just either lying in ruins or they have mysteriously disappeared from history. So because of natural disasters, human interferences, or for whatever mysterious reasons, these cities have become some of the world's greatest lost cities. How's it going, YouTube? I'm your host for this one, Landon Dowlettsing, and welcome back to another most amazing top 10 video. Make sure you guys leave a comment below and tell us what video you guys want to see next, because right now we're opening up to suggestions. We want you guys to become a part of this community. Alright, so let's get right into this. Let's get right down to business with this one. This is the top 10 mysterious lost cities you won't believe. The lost city of Aztlan brings us to number 10. Many people believe that the missing island of Aztlan is where the Aztec people began to form as a civilization prior to migrating to Mexico. There were a lot of tribes and hunters and gatherers, and Aztec people ruled a large empire in central and southern Mexico in the 15th and early 16th century. Since then, we have gathered a ton of information about how they used to live and what they accomplished, but little is known about their origin story. Aztlan is believed to be a mystical land, but a ton of others believe that this location exists and one day we will physically find it. There have been countless searches for this island, but we haven't been able to find it yet. If the lost city of Aztlan is found, we would uncover an insane amount of history and culture. Well, you know what? I hope this day comes sooner than later. Number 9 takes us over to Lion City in China. This place is often referred to as China's Atlantis City, and that's because this lost city is sitting at the bottom of a lake. This was once a thriving city that was known all over China. It can only be visited if you plummet 100 feet below sea level. And no, this city wasn't lost due to natural causes. This ancient city disappeared due to hands of humans. Although it sits deep underwater, it's still miraculously fully preserved. All of its structures, statues, memorials, and archways are still perfectly intact. It was rediscovered about 2 decades ago, and since then divers have been repeatedly making trips below to the surface to marvel at this beautiful lost city. Dwarka brings us to number 8. According to the local folklore in India, this was the hometown of Lord Krishna, and this place was believed to be an old wives' tale until the ruins of the city were discovered 131 feet below the ocean. These amazing ruins were found beneath the surface of modern day Dwarka, and the beauty of this city has baffled everyone, including experts. Marine archaeologists have found sandstone walls, a grid of streets, and remains of a seaport. They believe that the city was built 9,000 years ago. It's just amazing that we were able to discover the city that seemed like it only existed in folklore. I wonder what else is out there just waiting to be discovered. The medieval city of Jolfur is in at number 7. It's believed that Jolfur exists somewhere in the United Arab Emirates, and Jolfur used to be a thriving city for thousands of years. It acted as a port and commercial center before it fell into ruins and disappeared from history for almost 2 centuries. Part of the city was actually discovered by archaeologists in the 1960s, but historians are still baffled by the fact that most of Jolfur still remains hidden under the sand dunes. Maybe one day we'll be able to excavate the entire city and explore Jolfur even deeper. The lost city of the Z climbs onto this list at number 6. This highly mysterious city is believed to be somewhere in the jungles of Brazil. Apparently it is composed of a complex civilization, but because it is so isolated, it has never been properly documented or reported on. In 1925, an explorer named Percy Fawcett headed towards the jungles of Brazil to find this lost city called Z. But once his expedition started, his team vanished without a trace while searching for it. Despite countless rescue missions, Fawcett and his team were never found, and this location still remains a mystery to this day. I'm guessing with the wildfires in the Amazon, this city could have been destroyed, but hopefully one day the legendary city of Z will be found.
This is where they sang. It's astonishing.
It's just a pity you couldn't see it intact.
Number 5 brings us to Angkor. Located deep within the Cambodian jungle, there is a huge medieval city that was hidden from us for centuries. But thanks to new archaeological tools and techniques, we are now able to explore this once lost city. It took over a century of grueling hard work to fill in the map, but now the lost city of Angkor is slowly beginning to reappear, but there are still a ton of blanks that need to be filled in. From what we have studied, Angkor has a ton of secrets, including an elaborate network of temples, boulevards, and it has a bunch of sophisticated waterways that spread across the city. I'm so curious to know what this city was like centuries ago. I find this stuff so interesting because, well, we can really evaluate how we've evolved and how architecture has changed throughout time. I mean, I went to school for architect, and so I'm just so fascinated with buildings. Diving down into number 4, we have the city of Atlantis. It was first mentioned by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato more than 2,300 years ago. Atlantis is one of the oldest and greatest mysteries in the world today. According to Plato, this kingdom existed 9,000 years before his time, and one day it mysteriously just disappeared. Even after spending years of researching Atlantis, the truth about this strange city remains a mystery, and that is why we are so fascinated with finding its location. So where could it be? It's believed that the city sunk into the sea after an earthquake or a tsunami somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean, but others believe that Atlantis is just a myth. As of today, there is no scientific evidence that proves, whether or not this mysterious city exists, but maybe Atlantis is somewhere at the bottom of the sea just waiting to be rediscovered. Let me know what you guys think. I think Atlantis is real. The lost land of Lyonese comes onto this list next up at number 3. There's a strong belief that this lost city is nothing more than a legend or myth, but there's still a small chance that it could be a reality. It is said that this city disappeared when it completely sunk into the ocean on November 11, 1099. If this mysterious city does exist, it would be quite large. Apparently, it contained 140 villages and churches, but thanks to a massive flood, the entire village was swallowed and engulfed in water. It is said that all the people and animals living on the land drowned, and once it was completely immersed in water, the land never re-emerged. There is evidence that shows that the sea levels back then would be considerably lower, so it is very possible that the city could have been occupied by humans. But since this city appears to be a legend, well, this location remains a mystery. A sacred city comes in at number 2. Dvaraka was recently rediscovered in the 1980s by scientists. The city is said to be a Hindu, Jainist, and a Buddhist sacred city that forms one of the 7 sacred cities of Hinduism. According to the ancient legend, this city was destroyed during a huge battle between Krishna and King Selva. The city was apparently destroyed by blasts of energy, and it was never seen again. That is until it was rediscovered by scientists, and they determined that the city was actually located where the legend described it to be. That is absolutely insane. Well, apparently this city could have been built around 9,000 years ago. I mean, how do people even know information like that? And if that's the case, this would make it one of the oldest cities on Earth. El Dorado is in at number 1. El Dorado is known as the lost city of gold. Now this is a city I want to find. It is believed to be located in the region of the Orinoco and the Amazon rivers. For hundreds of years, historians and treasure hunters have been constantly looking for the lost city of gold. And who could really blame them? Apparently it is filled with gold and other priceless jewels and treasures. I'm imagining that it looks like the Cave of Wonders, in Aladdin. But sadly, the city of gold remains a mystery, and there's no physical evidence that this place actually exists. And I'm sure if someone found it, they're not gonna tell people about it, and it probably took all the gold, they're selling it on the black market, maybe a few coins on eBay or Amazon. Can you sell money on Amazon? I don't know. I'm gonna search.
It's El Dorado.
Well, there you guys have it. I'm not kidding about that. I'm gonna search gold on Amazon and see what comes up after this video. And I'm sure you guys are doing it right now. So let me know what you guys find in the comment section below. That's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys all in the next most amazing top 10 video. Gold. Let's see what actually comes up. Gold leaf 20 sheets edible? People are eating gold? Anti-monkey butt powder. Is this real life right now? What is that?